welcome to the Augury House Radio. I am the host, the Augury House. First, before we get into anything at all, I just want to relay to you my sincerest apologies for the last 2 episodes. I had to take a nap, as one usually does. For people kind of like me, the naps are a little bit different, as you would probably assume. Me being the Augury House, and you being a person, there's quite a bit of differences between us, right? So, I took my nap. I'll be good for a little bit longer, so thank you very much. But, I guess I have to address the issue we had these last few weeks. The radio might not have looked like the radio you're probably used to, you know? Kevin and Ben, they kind of just went off the rail. The last episode didn't even really have a real intro. We didn't even really see the Sleeping Meek, the Augury House, you know? You didn't even get to see the Augury House, which is the guy for the radio, me, the house guy. But, well, that's all said and done. I did go and talk to Kevin and Ben for your information, and they are being reprimanded at the moment. So there's, you know, we can all breathe a sigh of relief that, you know, the last 2 episodes won't be a usual thing or anything like that. So yeah, next time you see Ben and Kevin, they might be looking a little different. They might be feeling a little different because I will have done some training with them since then, but. Well, yeah, it's good to be back. So for this episode, we're just slowly getting into the ease of things, so we don't really have an interview. We're actually right on the cusp of some new exciting things I want to talk about, so we're going to be jumping right into that in a sec. And we're also opening a brand new segment for the Augury House Radio. If you remember, for the first episodes of the radio, we were taking calls from our listeners. But as you know, people are busy at different times of the day. Some people have night jobs, some people have day jobs, some people are doing, you know, whatever they're doing in the afternoons and the mornings, nights and stuff. So what we thought about doing is, since, you know, this radio isn't on air 24/7, we can't take calls 24/7, although, you know, that's what I'm working up to, but I have to take my naps in between. So yeah, so right now, the new program is essentially, it's leave a message for the Augury House. So you can just call in, or just not really call in actually. You can use your phone, record yourself saying something. You can be wherever you want, out on the beach, you can be on the go, you can be on the road, you know, like wherever you want. If you ever have something you want to ask the Augury House, all you have to do is take out your phone, record it, send it over here, and it may or may not get aired on the official Augury House Radio. But, you know, given that this is the first segment of this, we do have a couple of the callers we're going to be listening to and responding to, so that's what we have for this episode. Just kind of get back into the swing of things. At the end of this episode, I'm going to go ahead and show you a little, this is kind of like a little memoriam of our current website, because soon, probably by the time you see this episode, we'll have a new website, a new big old beautiful bodacious website full of blog posts, spaces, and all the bells and whistles of and it's a great website. Very, very fancy, a lot of cool buttons, a lot of places you can go find our links and stuff, so that's kind of what we have on the menu. So yeah, what you can expect from the Augury House from here on out is I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna stick around. You know, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna be here for these intros. I'm gonna make sure we're gonna be here for these outros. I do have one exciting point to announce, though, is that we are going to look to bring another Augury type into the Augury House Radio. You know, I figured because you know, just between me and the radio, it's, if I take a nap, then, you know, Kevin and Ben, they might go do something that, you know, might just not be the thing that we want them to do. So, gotta keep them in check, make sure they never get the reins again, because, oh my God, you just, so listen, there was another episode that Ben and Kevin shot. it was, let's just say, when I saw it, I immediately said, I'm coming back to the radio, I'm staying on the radio, and, so that episode we'll call it just like the forbidden episode because we don't touch it, we never seen it, and for all that matters is that episode never existed at all, right? I've never seen it, they've never seen it. Kevin and Ben, they've been looking through their computers all day and they've never seen it either. And that's, I guess, one of the beauties of being an Augury creature is that you have, your little bit electronic zippy zap, 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 beep, boop, down. So, that's what all I'm trying to say is I'm giving you my blessing, my fair warning, my promise that what happened for episode 3 and 4 will never happen like that again. You have me and only me for these intros, and Kevin and Ben, they can go do something else because they have lost their privileges. But anyways, what I was trying to get to saying is to account for the times that I might have to power down, take a little recharge, and take a nap and stuff. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be bringing in another Augury type, so just another little Augury face just like me, bringing it to the charging area just like here. And yes, it's going to be the same sort of deal, just two talking heads talking about the things that they've been talking about. And yeah, not much is going to change for you. We're still going to have, our segments of the intro, our conversations with our collaborators, and following up with a little preview of what we're working on that may or may not get released. But what I can promise you is with the addition of these two new Augury characters, or this one Augury character to make two Augury characters, is that from now on the flow, the structure is going to be a little bit nice, a little bit easier, if you know what I mean. So that's what's up on my end. Now I guess we can just transition over to taking some calls from our listeners. So let's see here. First caller. Let's see. All right, and just so you know, just to recap, in case you're just tuning in, this episode is not recorded live. Instead, this is a brand new segment of the Augury House radio, where instead of calling in live, you can submit your own pre-recorded messages that the Augury House will respond to. There's absolutely no limits to what you talk about and how long your message is, and I'll be excited to answer whatever's on your mind, or converse with you from one recording to another. All right, and with that, our first listener.
Heyo, 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 heyo. I'm Doug Franklin, and I believe I'm calling into the Augury House. I don't got a whole lot to say other than I guess it's kind of a safety tip. I read online that you could submit anything, you could say anything, you could do whatever you want on this off time for the Augury House radio. And I guess I'm sitting here, I'm showering right now. I just wanted to talk about the importance of shampooing. So, I guess you could say, I'm as dirty as they come, I work out in the forest a lot every day. Essentially drive my truck up the forest and back down. Sometimes I get out of the truck and I'll go to, I'll look at the vegetation, I'll clean it up. There's a mean pile of sticks that was blocking my path, and my truck couldn't go over them. So yesterday I had to, move those sticks, and now the road has access to everybody. So I'm out here working, not just for me, but for everybody. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because I just wanted to show I'm a hard-working person, and guess you could say as dirty as they come, I don't eat the greatest, but that doesn't matter. None of that matters, because the whole point of this is about shampooing. Okay, so as I've been talking this past minute 45, I've had the shampoo sitting in my hair. Now, the reason we want to shampoo is because shit gets in your hair during the day. Like I said, if you're like me, you're raking your hair, your head on, tree branches, leaves. Sometimes sap gets in my hair. You know sap? That stuff you touch and it's super sticky. Yeah, see, these are things you don't want in your hair. Your hair, you need to treat it as something that's probably even more important than your balls, okay? Because, like, if you got hair, if you're blessed and lucky enough to have hair, you ought to clean it. It's the first person when your girly friend gives you like a kiss on the neck, like a good old kiss on the neck, it's the first thing she's gonna smell. Like, see, if you don't smell good, nobody's gonna want to see you. But continuing the subject, I talked with an old pal at the bar, and he had it all wrong. So trust me, this guy's living. He's living life right. All in his own way. He does whatever he wants to do. He's a brick builder. Sometimes I'll go up to his farm, and like all around his farm, there's just a bunch of buildings, like not necessarily buildings, but like spaces just made out of brick. Dale the brick guy because every Thursday, he gets that fat 18-wheeler coming through the streets with loaded up with the bricks. So, as I was saying, Dave the brick guy, he's a good guy. But I found out through this convo at the bar, he uses hand soap for his hair. And see, it's like, the reason you can't do hand soap for your hair is two things. There's two reasons, right? I'm looking at my liquid soap right here, not in bar form. Maybe this bar soap could be melted down and turned into a liquid, but that's already a first big flaw. So as you can see right here, or you can't see, but there's plenty of stuff that a regular bar soap can't do for you that's in the shampoo and conditioner, And the second big tip I got is that if, like most people, you use a bar soap, to scratch your balls or whatever, clean your balls up, you don't want to use that on your hair. So I know Brick Boy Dave, and I know he doesn't change out his bar soap. I know he's not using two soaps, one for his hair and one for his down there. So I guess, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you clean your balls with it, and then you clean your hair, you're gonna have ball residue in your hair, And it just leads back to, you don't want ball residue in your hair. You want clean hair, You don't want sap. You don't want dirt. You don't want mucus. You don't want water. You do want water, but you don't want water, I guess, always in your hair. You want clean water. You want it to be clean and fresh. The hair is a necessity part of the body, And if you're like me, sometimes what I do skip out on is the conditioner, depending on, I guess, the day or the type of day. Conditioner is something that makes your hair feel pretty damn soft, And I guess sometimes I don't like that. I like the rugged feel. I like the rugged feel of just pure shampoo. But I guess what I'm saying here, boys, I guess I got it. It's about 6 minutes, going on 6 minutes here of having this shampoo in my hair. I just wanted, to make sure if anybody hears this podcast, and to the gold-headed guy, you might not have much hair, or I guess you don't, but if gold-headed guy, if you can't say one thing, tell these guys to wash their hair, You gotta wash your hair.
Oh, right. Well, thanks for calling in, buddy. I will tell everyone to wash their hair. One thing I did want to bring up is that the Augury House radio is in constant evolution. What does that mean is that we're constantly trying new things, we're constantly developing new ideas. As you probably already know from the first few episodes, is we're this is like an open place to try new things, to really, test, to faithfully test an idea, regardless or not if it's going to turn out well or be fruitful in any way. But what that means is that through our exploration and, trying a wide range of different various approaches and new additions, new segments to the Augury House radio, is that invariably there will be some tuning to do along the way. Uh, so yeah, I guess to get back to the segment, right? Uh, I am familiar with cleaning. I don't really take showers necessarily. I don't do the whole, standing under this faucet that has holes and, just puts water on you and then you lather up with either shampoo for your hair and then, body soap for your body and so on. See, for the Augury House person, it's a little more different because our bodies are a little bit delicater. We have a little more circuitry, electricity going through our heads, our eyes. So we do have some pretty key differences when it comes to cleanliness, hygiene, and upkeep. So one of these, what this looks like for me. Well, so what it looks like for you. What do you do after you get all sappy? Get all dirty from your driving around, moving sticks and stuff. What do? You strip down to the Nikki and then you go in the shower, lather up some shampoo. I think conditioner goes on, but you can probably keep the conditioner on for a little bit till like the end of the shower, so it kind of looks like shampoo, and then maybe your body wash in your body, and then maybe the shampoo comes off somewhere in between washing your body and doing the conditioner. I'm assuming, but I'm not so well read on this. I'm just kind of pulling from the air, But so I'm guessing, you do the shampoo, and then you wash the body, and then somewhere in between there, the shampoo gets washed off, and you throw on the conditioner, or maybe you do the shampoo and then wash that off, throw on the conditioner, and then do the rest of the body so the conditioner has some time to sit. I don't know. I don't have hair. But what the Augury person does, so if the human being does showers, then what the Augury person like me do, what I do, is it goes a little bit different. Like my body doesn't necessarily have the same pockets that allow for the water from the shower to gracefully slide down my body into all the little cracks and crevices. So what I have to do is it's kind of like if you think about frying. Just like if you're frying some meat, frying some potatoes. It's the same exact thing. What I do is I make this concoction of cleanliness, if you will, and what that kind of seems like is this giant, it's a pretty big vessel, if you will. And I fill this vessel up, make my concoction of cleanliness within the vessel, and then what I do is I kind of just dunk myself into the mixture. It's very, very simple. All I have to do is just slide right in. My whole body goes into the mixture, and from that, I can maybe, if I have a problem spot or two, I'll just scrub it with my hands or scrub it like a little scrubby. But that's like the main thing, it's just a big kind of container with a mixture for cleanliness. And maybe you've heard of something kind of similar. Maybe you've seen something like that online, but that's what I do. That's what I use. Cool. Next caller. Another shower call.
Hello, I'm calling the Augury House. Check. Nice. Okay. So, I wanted to get into the call on, like one of the times you guys have been like shooting, but I haven't been able to, or I guess I'm just a little too nervous and too scared to, I'm getting nervous, I guess now I could say, but I was a little too nervous to talk in person with you guys, so I guess maybe me calling over the phone could be a little bit easier, and I could try to, I could try to explain my situation a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I guess this all started around the time. Yes, I'm actually in my shower.
Another shower
It's
caller.
the safest place for me. I feel like, I feel like the shower is a place where I could talk. I like the echo. The acoustics are well in here, and it's nice when like some water's hitting your fatty ass. But yeah. So this all starts about 3 months back. I was driving. I was driving. I was driving east. I stopped in this small shack. I was looking for a burgie. I was hungry. Long day of driving. Pissing in cups and whatnot. I didn't stop for shit, but I stopped for a burger. And stopping for the burger. Burger was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but I met this waitress and instantly I knew she was something because she commented on my truck. And the service wasn't bad either. She commented on the truck and she gave pretty good service. So I tipped. It was 12%, a little bit more than normal. But yeah. So I got the girl's number, and she was a little bit drives away. And we've been seeing each other. Not like that, but over the past 3 months we've been seeing each other. It's been getting, I guess, like closer and closer each time. Like we're getting closer, like in that relationship. But my problem that I'm a little worried about is it's starting to come into, I guess, fruition. I guess that could be the word. But yeah, so she's starting to figure out that I don't drink much water, or I guess like I don't drink water like at all. And I never thought that this would be a big deal. I like me some Mr. Pibb, some Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Sometimes I do some Sprite. Sprite's like the healthier soda. So yeah, I always figured, there's so many beverages in the world. There's fizzy beverages. If you got a tummy ache, there's like less carbonated beverages that aren't quite fizzy but are carbonated, like soda. There's fruit juice that has no carbonation in it. And there's a whole lot out there. There's a whole lot out there in that world of drinks. So I guess like anybody else, I figured, why would I tie myself to just water, So time has passed, and I drink about a glass of water, I'd say about every 2-3 months.
Holy sh!
I do a glass of water, and this is added up between the little sips I might take, but I don't like water. I don't like the taste of water too much. It's like nothing. So I guess long story short, and how this correlates with the girlfriend is, after times, we normally drive, and it's like a head-on collision, but not, without the head-on collision. We would drive. She's far, east, so that makes me west, right? We would drive, and we both leave at the same time from our house, in both east and west, and we drive until we caught up and we met each other, And most of the time, we would go out to like a nice restaurant. There's a nice Italian place. And for the longest time, I've just been able to, I guess, pull off, not drinking water. They bring it to the table. If I'm quick enough, or there's been a time where she's been in the bathroom, I'll just tell them they don't have to bring it at all. Honestly, that saves me, like, quite a burden, not having to explain like why my cup of water is still full. But you see, like, eating out, right? Eating out poses the opportunity for me to order, a flavored drink and not have that be like weird, because it's like, what do you want to drink? Helping out a business, paying a little bit more than what they paid for like a Coca-Cola. I'm helping out a business, so I feel like I'm doing good in that. But eating out is the one way, it's not weird, because they ask you, what kind of drink do you want, But as time passed, we've grown closer and closer and closer, and I found that she's been, I guess, liking me a little bit more, and she might be, or she's been itching to get closer and closer to moving in with me. As times pass, she's been leaving sooner than me in the collision. So she would get closer west, coming from east. So we'd meet at a closer point, closer to my place. And each time it's starting to get closer and closer and closer. It's like I see her on the highway and I'm just like, hey, we didn't even get too far. So I guess fast forward, last month was the first time she like came over, and let me tell you, this is the reason. What the fuck's flooding? Let me tell you, this is the reason about why I like to plan, going out. And I've tried everything now. The reason why I like to plan going out is because due to this very low water consumption, it makes my piss fiery. I'm not even gonna lie. Each time.
Okay. On behalf of the Augury House, I sincerely apologize for what you just heard. One of the difficulties about running a new segment is sometimes you just don't really know if the parameters will work. So I guess we had, very interesting, we had 2 shower callers, both truckers, both just talking about, no real question or anything. I wonder. But I guess this right now is not time for wondering because we're on air, right? But anyways, this is just another segment of the creative process, if you will. The creative process is full of pitfalls. One day you're going, you're making great strides, you're making a lot of progress, and then the next day you take 10 steps back. It could happen in a blink of an eye, just like that. Like, what happened? Your project files got deleted. What happened? You didn't hit save, and your project crashed. What happened? Your computer died. All these things are very possible. But yet, we keep continuing to make things. All this is to say is that the Augury House call-in section may come back, but may come back in different forms. We might have to do something about the shower calling. We might have to do something about the long 12-minute messages, like the ones you just heard. It was getting 12 minutes. I stopped it at 7. But yeah, this is the life of the Augury House. Full of despair. Alright, well I guess we have one more caller for us. And I do believe we did screen this earlier before, should probably screen the first 2, right? I mean, you know what I mean? But we deal in 3, so the third caller. Here you go.
Hello, I'm leaving a message for Augury House. The date is April 13th, 2022. The time is 3:47 p.m. Not gonna lie, I'm calling because I'm bored. I'm really bored. the cable company. Well, I guess it's the cable company. I swear the electric people have something to do with it too, but there's just something going on with my TV. It's been happening for the past few like months. On the TV, what will happen is I'll plug it in, and when the TV is getting power and it is working, it's just like the cable doesn't work, so I can't watch my Walking Dead or my favorite TV shows that I like to watch ever so often. So yeah, I guess I'm calling because I'm trying to. I may not sound that angry, but I just got off the phone with the internet company, and then I had cable, and then I had to call the electric place to figure out why the hell, like, do I randomly not get power into my TV, Because like I said, sometimes there's two problems, sometimes there's only one, And I've been picking up listening to this podcast because, half the damn time my TV's out, and I'm walking now because I'm a little flustered, I guess. But a normal day for me is just hopping on the couch, the sofa, the love seat, and just watching some TV. I'll just binge whatever's on the TV. There was a point where, like, with my TV, I got this like free live, like, it wasn't live TV, but it was just like their own free TV, and I watched it so much that, like, it was looping for me. It's like I've seen these episodes too many times. Like, it was looping too much. And then I got cable, and I really love cable. I really love TV. I really love the entertainment. But now it's fucking up. So yeah, I guess, like, I wanted to call to call in and talk. This is a podcast I've been listening to. And I found out you guys had this call feature now. Part of me wanted to just call just so I could, like, tone down. I was like screaming and getting real mad and real upset at the desk man behind the phone, I just feel like they gotta be, like, playing a trick on me, because it's like, why the hell is it like one plug into the wall that's not working and not giving me my TV feed. So yeah, and I can't hear it the best, with my phone. I don't know, I think I dropped it in some water. I put it in rice, but the speaker doesn't sound the greatest, So it's like I have to ask people to repeat themselves a lot, and I get a little frustrated because I don't understand or hear what they're saying, But yeah, that was just a whole annoying ordeal, The youngin' on the other side of the phone, he's trying to tell me, like, it's up, it should be working, there's no reason it's not. Well, then why the hell isn't it working, I'm looking at a black screen right now. Nothing's going on. I'm just trying to watch some TV, some television. Oh, I hope this comes on soon, It's like being out here, I don't live super close to town, so it's not the most easy thing. And I forgot to touch on this, but I swear that they're out to get me though, because once I was sitting watching TV, and I got this big old window that faces my TV. The backside, I guess you could say. So it's like I'm sitting in a couch, I'm facing, looking at a TV, and behind me is this big old window, and I remember it clear as day. It was clear as day. I was watching, I don't remember what I was watching, but I was watching something. I think it was just one of those live net free things. And it instantly goes out, just the whole set, just the two of it, the two of them. It's like, the cable box goes out, and it says, like, cable not available, or like something similar along those lines. And then like shortly, like, after that, like, damn near like 2 seconds, 2 seconds damn near, the TV kills too. So both of them again. and the reason I feel like they're out to get me is nobody drives like near or like close to my place. Like I said, I live in the boonies, and um and yeah, so both of these cut right back to the story. Both of these cut. It's midday. It's a little dark outside. It's getting dark. And I turn around after both of them cut out, and from like the farthest point, you know, just like creaking past on the street, I see what looks like to me, as one of those truck rental vans that they use, like the vans that the Xfinity dude or the Yahoo dude comes in, to up your internet, get that running good. I saw one of those driving away, so yeah, and that's the weird part is like I saw that driving away, so that's what is leading me to think that I'm getting sabotaged, I'm getting sabotaged, and I try to explain this to the guys behind the desk, to the cable company or whatever, and they'll tell me I'm like full of it, or they talk to me like I'm full of it, I guess, It's like I know what I saw. It's like the dude even tried to tell me that that what I saw wasn't a van either from them because they switched to electric. Like, what kind of shit is that, But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna be chilling out here. I might give them a little call here in a few. Might have to harass them again if my power or my cable doesn't turn back on. I'm gonna be frustrated at that point. Cause now I'm going on like at least like 45 minutes here just looking at a blank TV, and it's not cool, cause like spend a lot of money to, I guess it don't even matter. I just like my TV, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna chill out here. I'm gonna wait a little bit more. One thing I have been working on installing is a set of 5 surveillance cameras just so I could catch that fucker if he comes back. I got a chubby dog too. The chubby dog, he's been roaming around the porch area, and I trained him within the last day to be a reactive aggro dog of anything that's not me, So I'm beefing up protection. I'm preparing for the worst, and I'm locked, I'm ready and loaded, So I guess it's just one thing is, dude in the car, if you're watching this or listening to this radio, then just know, you come back here, it's not going to be pretty. And I know this has something to do with you, my TV not turning on. But yeah, so I guess I'm gonna go, I guess I'm gonna do nothing. I'm gonna sit in front of this TV for a little bit, like I said, and then I'm gonna call them and yell at them some more, probably. I guess, you got any tips?
No
You got
question.
anything you could say? Just being
There's
up
a
here,
question. 9 minutes.
I don't get to experience a whole lot, or I guess I don't get to talk with a whole lot of people,
9 minutes.
I have my food and everything airdropped to me on, every fourth Sunday. So yeah, I guess I just wanted somebody to talk to, so I just don't feel like I'm crazy, I'm not just seeing all this. I needed to verbally, get this out to the world that, I'm being sabotaged. And if anything happens like that, then just know that I was sabotaged. Okay, bye-bye.
Beep, boop, 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 beep, beep, beep. Hi, Augury House. What's your favorite color? Thank you. Bye. Beep, 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 beep. Hey, Augury House. I enjoy listening to the radio and stuff, and I was wondering if if you had any book recommendations, I've been looking for some good books. I was just wondering what you're reading. Thank you. Goodbye. Boop, 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 boop. Hi, Augury House. I've been just having some weird times in my life, and I was just wondering if I could get some of your input. So yeah, just let me know. Let me know. Then yeah, thanks for having me on the show. Was that hard? Was that too hard? See, okay, so I guess it's been a week. Whenever I have to wake up from my nap, it's always playing catch up, if you know what I mean. What happened when I was asleep? Anything could have happened. So many things happen. I don't get the news when I sleep. I'm not attached to any of that. So when I wake up, what that means, what that looks like, is that I immediately, it's just like, it's like, I hardly know what changed. It's like things, the outside world may look the same, maybe a little different, but there'll be snow. Or, a government's collapsing. So anything can happen in that span. So it's always very tricky for me to gauge, if you know what I mean. So if I have a new idea of something I want to implement, I'll have a good idea of how that idea will be implemented, how it can work in our ecosystem, how it can work overall. That'll be all sounding fine in that moment. But the second I sleep, the culture shifts. And suddenly, the idea that I had gets interpreted completely different. And now I am an augury person of my word, so I do want to withhold the things that I say I'm going to do, and I do that. We listened to the clips. We listened to the clips all the way through, except for the second one, which I believe was a repeat call. There's no way two truckers had the same idea of showering and leaving a 6+ message for Augury House on the same. Are you serious? Now, I don't want to assume anything. There could be trucking conventions all the time, and maybe this information just gets shared. But from my understanding, trucking's a solitary adventure. So I don't know, I'm just having a hard time believing that those were two separate people. To see, what I was looking for overall were just some short, sweet messages that could provoke some interesting conversation. That's what I was hoping for. And now that I will admit that this is quite an extraordinary surprise. The variety of calls we got, the subject matter of the calls, and the length of these recordings. Now, if I'm being completely honest, and I am completely honest, my heart was a little broken because when I went to sleep, before handing off to Kevin and Ben, I really thought that this would be like a short little segment. We'd be already moved on to the next thing, the next conversation, the next whatever. But here we are, 44 minutes later, because we had 3 very, very long recordings. Now, I'm not one to judge. Maybe this is what people want. That's what people like. But it's just not what I expected. That's all I'm trying to say. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just not what I expected. And I did have some pretty high expectations. I did have some pretty big hopes. But What I recommend is really just finding a new power strip. Just find a new power strip. Because let me tell you something. I've been using some, wall plugs. I've been using some old strips in the past that, they've been around for 12, 20 years. And it's just, they just don't hold the same voltage. It's simple as that. So, what I really recommend you is go out to your nearest electronic hardware store and just say, give me your newest power strip. That's it. All these new TVs, all these new computers, they all run a lot. It's essentially like electricity 3, if you know what I mean. What you're using for your device is for like electricity 1. Get it? And your TV requires electricity 3. So it's either you do something structural with the house and make it so you have some kind of special generator just for your TV, but no one wants to do that. Just get yourself one of those new power adapters. It's easy. It's just a wall plug. Heck, it'll change your current 2 wall plugs into probably like 6 or 8. Let me look right now. I'll look, seriously. I have one of these new plugs. I use it all the time. And, with this power and literally everything. Here, I'll go check right now. I'll count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 10 outlets. Now, I do want to be honest with you because you usually don't get to use all 10 outlets because some of the outlets are spaced a little closely. So if you have one of those weird plugs that kind of jet out to the side, jet out to to left or right, then maybe you can't stack those 2 together. But nevertheless, you're looking at a good 6 or 8 plus outlets. If all your plugs are just regular plugs that just go straight into the wall that don't have any weird outcroppings to the sides, then you could probably even use all 10 outlets. It's great. And some even have like a little light on it that you can just trigger with your toe. You don't even have to touch your light switch anymore. It's incredible. All you do is when you want the TV on, you just walk over to the power strip, click it on with your big toe, and it's on. When you want to shut it off, just click it off with a big toe. It's no big deal at all. So what I'd really suggest for you, sir, would just be getting one of our modern plugs. As you can see here in this space, we're just filled with cords. We have cords for powering every little thing, and all these cords are updated, and they're new, and they support the internet, the electricity 3. Electricity 3. Look it up. See what you think of it. But really, the whole world's already running on that new electricity. So once you get yourself that new plug, I mean, who really knows what might happen? What I recommend for you, sir, is remove all your plugs in the house. Unplug everything. Start from the scratch. See, after you have unplugged everything, all the electronics in your house, all the lamps, all the TVs, all the lights, go count like how many plugs you need. You need 30? There's 30 little pluggables in your house? Then get 3 power supplies, or three power adapters. 3 of the Internet 3 power adapters. You got 40 or 60 devices? Then get 4 or 6 power adapters. It's really all that. It's as easy as that. And I promise you, it'll solve 90% of your other household issues. Shoot, you might even find out that you have some new lights that you weren't even aware of. But it all comes back to that Internet 3 power adapter. So make sure you got it. And if you got it, if you maybe you just have one and you just need to, move it from the lamp and throw it on the TV, fine. But yeah, so that's what I would suggest. Thank you. All right, and so I think that wraps up our leave a message for Augury House segment. Maybe in the future we'll probably spruce this segment up a little bit. We might have a little intro or something like that. maybe some music. I don't want to put too much on the table, and it's all up in the air right now. We're playing with it. We're testing things out. But I'm not planning on scrapping this segment. I'm not giving up on it anytime soon. Just one rough bumpy will lay the groundwork for a lot of smooth, not bumpy. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. So although this segment did go the way it did, and at the end of the day, it's the first day back, right? Kevin and Ben left the entire Augury House in absolute shambles. But I'm back now. And I'm back permanently, because now we're as I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, we're planning on bringing another Augury House type person up over here. So that's what we have to look forward to is that security, knowing that your episodes will be the kind of content that you want, not the content that Ben and Kevin makes. Alright, without further ado, I think it's time to wrap up this segment, and for this last little part, what we're going to do is, if you remember way to the beginning of the segment, we were talking about how the website is going to be going through some changes, and in order to commemorate those changes, I'm going to be going ahead and giving a last little tour of the current Augury House website. Right? And now, so far, the Augury House has a couple different versions of websites. We've gone through a couple little iterations and so on. This newest version has been our most in-depth so far. The one that we're currently scrolling through. It has all little sections for all of our projects. You can see our sections for our gallery shows, our radio shows, and our restaurant, as well as our very first Augury House project. But the construction of the site is fairly simple. It just starts with a little splash header, and then it has it's just a single scroll page with some spaces in between. Now, some of the new things coming to the new Augury House website is we're going to be having some. It's a little more detailed, a little more in depth in terms of what this website has to offer. We are going to be starting some log sections where you can get an in-depth look onto the kind of the projects that we're working on, the research that we're doing. So be sure to check out our website regularly once the new one gets up, and if you want to stay up to date in all things Augury House. One thing I guess I should mention is that if you ever want to leave a message for the Augury House, you can do so by joining our AH community Discord, which is found on our website. And in that Discord, you can submit audio directly to us. All you have to do is just record and send it to the email that we have listed. And once we receive your message, we'll screen it. We will make sure that, maybe it's not recorded in the shower, or maybe it is recorded in the shower, however you feel most comfortable. But at the end of the day, we just want to continue expanding what the radio is, what the call-in section could be. And this is just the first drop in the bucket, if you get my gist. Alright, so without further ado, thank you very much for joining me on the episode 5 of the Augury House Radio. We'll be back very soon with episode 6, where we'll be talking with one of our gallery collaborators, Alexander Bunkwurst. Thank you.